up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week, where all of you, the fans, get to pick what is showcased in each week's episode. And sorry if I sound a little stuffy in today's episode. I've been struggling with allergies with the seasons changing, but like always, I got some awesome suggestions from all of you guys, and I'll be picking 10 of my favorites for this week's episode. So let's check out what dinosaurs made this week's list. To kick off this week's episode, we've got a suggestion right here from Maria for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Epic Evolution Wild Roar Majungasaurus Major, and this is honestly a really nice figure, guys. A very different sculpt from the Majungasaurus toy that we got originally from Mattel, but a very cool update. It's looking really nice, and the colorway on this one is pretty cool, and of course it resembles Majungasaurus Major very well from Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Majungasaurus and its rampage attack, which we'll go ahead and check out. We've got this little thing on the back that you can roll to get some attack going. So a very sweet figure with a nice sculpt and a pretty good sound effect to it. So overall, this is a nice figure and a good one to open up this week's episode with. Now, this next suggestion we have right here is from Stavarn for the Jurassic Park 93 Classic Tyrannosaurus Rex Off-Road Tracker Pack, and this is one of the sweetest Mattel sets that we got for quite a while. We get our awesome Jeep right here, which is reminiscent of the original Kenner one. We've got a Ray Arnold figure, and then we've got our young Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is again resemblance of the Kenner Series 2 young T-Rex, which is super sweet. I love the way they paid homage to the original Jurassic Park toys. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our T-Rex, our Jeep, and our Ray Arnold figure. And then of course how our T-Rex has fierce chomp and capture gear included, which is really awesome. But overall, this is a really nice set and probably my favorite set from the 93 Classic line. It is really nice, super reminiscent of the original toys, and something that I'm very happy to have in the collection with me. Now we've got a really good vintage suggestion right here from Jacob D, and this is the Lost World Jurassic Park Utah Raptor with Dino Tracker figure and accessories, and this is an incredibly rare set and one that I'm so happy to have in the collection. Of course, all the vintage Kenner Jurassic Park toys just hit me different. They're so nostalgic, but we get a repaint of this Utah Raptor from the Series 2 Jurassic Park line, along with a repaint of a Jaws Jackson figure and all kinds of accessories and capture gear, which is really cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at the Utah Raptor, even though the paint job on some of these pictures is of the original Series 2 version, but this one is painted in the correct way. But overall, what a sweet figure. Of course, this one's got a window, but it does have the real feel skin that I cannot show you guys. But overall, this is such an awesome toy, a great vintage piece, and one that I'm super happy to have in my collection and able to showcase for all of you awesome guys. All right, now we've got some Hammond collections suggested right here from Flyman, and this is the Jurassic Park 3 male Velociraptor from the Hammond collection, which is a really cool figure. As you guys can see, it's got not such a bad sculpt. Honestly, I do think the newer Velociraptors that we've gotten from the Hammond collection are sculpted better than this one, but overall it does still look nice and has a pretty good paint job, and of course top-notch articulation, just like the Hammond collection is known for. On the side of the box, we get another good look at our Hammond collection JP3 male Raptor, and then on the back we get an even better look, which is really cool. Overall, this is a very nice figure, and this is my favorite version of the Velociraptor from the entire franchise, and the Velociraptor is my favorite dinosaur from the franchise. So having this one in Hammond collection version is definitely really sweet for my collection, and I'm happy to be able to show it for all of you guys in this week's episode. So the next suggestion we have right here is from Evil Gamer for the Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I chose the repackaged version into the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Primal Attacks boxing, just in case none of you have ever seen this before. This is originally the Dino Rivals Bite and Fight T-Rex, but I love this packaging. But overall, this is a pretty cool T-Rex figure. It's got a nice sculpt and not bad coloring. It does look pretty accurate to the T-Rexes that we see on screen. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our T-Rex and how you can press the button to get some twisting and turning, biting action, which is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and check out those features. Actually, you can click the back button and get the tail going first, which is cool. And then you click the front button. That's where you get this really unique sideways biting feature from this T-Rex, which we've never really seen with any of the other Mattel T-Rexes before. So overall, this one does have a pretty good sculpt, a not so bad paint job, and a unique action feature, which makes it a pretty sweet figure. Now we've got another cool suggestion right here from Poland Bread for a Scorpius Rex. So I chose the Jurassic World Ultimate Damage Scorpius Rex because this is the newest one that we've gotten, and it's also one of the coolest ones. The sculpting, of course, is really awesome on the Scorpius Rex, and I like these darker colors on it. I feel like it makes the Scorpius Rex look a lot more menacing, which is really sweet. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Scorpius Rex. It's 3 levels of intensifying damage, and it's press and attack. So we'll go ahead and check out all those features. So first you can click once, you can click twice, or you can click 3 times. Very, very cool. And then you can press the head down to get some chomping action and some more sound effects. Overall, this is a very sweet figure and maybe the best Scorpius Rex figure that we've gotten so far. So for those reasons, I'm happy to take a look at it on this week's episode. Now, this suggestion we have right here came from Omega Mosasaurus for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Epic Evolution Battle Roaring Beckel Spinax, and what a sweet figure this is. This is actually my favorite figure from the Jurassic World Chaos Theory toy line, but overall, look how beautiful this figure is. Such an awesome sculpt and a pretty good paint job as well. Overall, this is just a very memorable dinosaur and figure to have in the collection. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Beckel Spinax, how it can be evolved for battle, and its rampage attack. So we'll go ahead and check that out, guys. So what you can do is you can go forward to get some chomping action, and then when you go backwards, the spikes come up too. Look at this. So not only does this figure have a really good look to it, but it's got some pretty cool action features as well, and that's why it is my favorite from the Chaos Theory toy line, and one that I'm very happy to look at. Now we've got another fun suggestion right here from Jurassic Abraham, and this is for the Jurassic World Rebirth Dr. Henry Loomis and Pteranodon pack right here. What an interesting set. First off, you get some pretty cool accessories for Dr. Henry Loomis, and then Dr. Henry Loomis's figure actually looks really nice for a mainline figure. And then, of course, we get this juvenile Pteranodon, which is really unique. Not quite sure why they included that one with him, and it is the same colorway, or almost the same colorway as the Pteranodon we got, I think, back from one of the Camp Cretaceous toy lines, which is kind of cool and unique. So you could actually use this one as a juvenile Pteranodon up against that one. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at Dr. Henry Loomis, the Pteranodon, and how his backpack actually opens up, which adds a little bit more playability to this set. But overall, I've always loved story packs. I love how we get a dinosaur and a human together, and this is a pretty sweet one coming from the awesome Jurassic World Rebirth toy line. All right, so we got another suggestion right here from Albertosaurus Productions for another Albertosaurus figure. What a surprise, but this is the Jurassic World Battle Damage version from the Dino Rivals line, and this is probably my favorite Albertosaurus figure that we've gotten so far, outside of the canceled black one, which I actually own. Oops, I probably was not supposed to say that or showcase it here, but this Albertosaurus is really, really sweet. I love the sculpting on it. it. I love the colorways too, and the actual battle damage to it is really cool, which we'll look at in just a sec. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Albertosaurus and how you can activate the double damage. So why don't we go ahead and check that out? So first, you can drop down the flesh, and then you can lift up the rib cage to expose the squishy flesh, which is really cool. And then just like that, you can close it back up and your Albertosaurus is as good as new. But overall, my favorite Albertosaurus figure that ever got released, and one that I'm happy to showcase for all of you guys. And now the final suggestion for this week's episode comes from JC. And of course, since we are celebrating 1 year on the last episode, why not bring out Mouthless Mo just like you requested? Now, any of you that don't know who Mouthless Mo is, this is my jawless T-Rex that became a meme on the channel. And when I found this one, it's actually my first YouTube short to hit 1 million views. So thank you so much, Mouthless Mo, for creating such an iconic short for the channel. But overall, this is just a Jurassic World Dominion T-Rex that was missing its bottom jaw. Still has its features. But as you can see, when it opens its jaw without the bottom jaw, it is nightmare fuel. But overall, Mouthless Mo has been a great icon on the channel and a great one to finish up this episode with, since we were celebrating 1 year of Dinosaurs of the Week last week. So I hope all of you guys love Mouthless Mo as much as I do. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. Like I always say, if you are not included in this week's episode and would like a chance to be included in next week's episode, then make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.